welcome to the University of Exeter graduation ceremony. Please be seated for the University of Exeter Choir.
Everything you got.
Welcome to the University of Exeter graduation ceremony. We look forward to celebrating everyone's success with you today. A few things to note before we begin. Family and friends should remain seated throughout the ceremony once it has begun. We ask that no flash photography takes place as it may be distracting to those on the stage. Mobile phones should be switched off for the duration of the ceremony. In the event of a fire, an announcement will be made. Please leave the building by the nearest exit following the directions of the marshals. Graduates, your moment with the Chancellor will be recorded by the official photographer. No selfies, please. Now, we consider ourselves one family here at the University of Exeter and openly encourage applause for every graduate. As some of our graduates have not been able to attend at the last minute, the presenter will announce the names of the absent graduates as well, so please applaud when this occurs. At the end of the ceremony, please rise and remain in your place for the exit of the procession. Once the procession has left the hall, the new graduates, directed by the marshals, will follow. Once all graduates have left the hall, family and friends are requested to leave through the front doors only to meet the graduates outside. If you are seated at the balcony, please wait until the procession has left before leaving. Graduates, you will congregate outside on the Great Hall Piazza for a group photography session. Please use the slope or steps to access the piazza. After the ceremony, all graduates and guests are invited to join the drinks receptions which are being held in the forum.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's lovely to see the Great Hall so full this morning. I'm Professor Lisa Roberts, and I'm the President and Vice-Chancellor of this wonderful university. And I'm fulfilling the role of Chancellor for today's ceremony. It's an absolute pleasure to open this congregation, and I invite you now to please be seated. Distinguished guests, graduates, family, friends and supporters, it really is a joy to see you here today. Welcome to our beautiful Streatham campus and thank you for joining us for this truly special day. Let's begin by recognising the exceptional music that opened our ceremony. Please join me in thanking our talented student musicians and our friends at the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra for the specially commissioned fanfare, an uplifting way to begin our celebration this morning. Graduands, this is your day. It's a day to be celebrated, remembered and cherished. You've not only completed your studies, you've lived our university values of discovery, respect, excellence, inclusion and community. These values and our mission are not just words, they are the foundation you carry with you as you step into a world that urgently needs your ideas, your passion and your leadership to create a greener, healthier and fairer future for everyone. Wherever your path takes you next, know this, you have earned your place here today through talent, dedication and sheer hard work, and we could not be prouder. To those who couldn't be with us in person and are graduating in absentia, we send you our heartfelt congratulations. You are just as much a part of this moment. I look forward to meeting you all here on stage soon, graduands, and conferring your degrees. But now I'm going to call upon Professor Dan Sharman, our Senior Vice President and Provost, to address the congregation.
Good morning, everyone, and a very big welcome to you all. It is truly wonderful to see you here today, gathered to celebrate a milestone that marks not only achievement, but ambition, resilience, and growth. To the families, friends, and supporters who come from near and far, thank you. Your presence means the world to us. And to those watching from afar via live stream, you are still just as much part of this ceremony. Graduands, you did it. Today you crossed the finish line of one of life's most demanding and rewarding journeys. Earning a University of Exeter degree is no small feat. It takes hard work, determination, and the grit to keep going when things get tough. At times, you will have faced uncertainty. You met obstacles. You wrestled with self-doubt. But you stood your ground. You rose to the challenge, and now you stand tall, ready to hold in your hands the proof of your dedication and resilience. But your time at university was never just about the lectures, the seminars, or the deadlines. It was about discovering who you are. It was about the friendships forged, the ideas challenged, the perspectives broadened, and the new things you've tried along the way. It was about growing not just as students, but as people. You have also helped shape this university. You've brought energy, insight, and kindness. You've contributed to a community that thrives on diversity, curiosity, and care, and we are better for it. We are so proud of you, and you should be proud of yourselves, deeply, truly proud. You've also forged bonds that will stretch far beyond this day. Some of the people sitting beside you will walk through life with you for years to come, as colleagues, confidants, and lifelong friends. So cherish them. They are part of your story now. While today marks the end of one chapter, it opens the door to the next, with all the possibility, wonder, and still some of that uncertainty. Whether you have a clear plan or are still figuring it out, know this, the world needs people like you. The challenges we face are great, but so is your potential. You leave here not only with the knowledge and qualifications, but with the creativity the intellect and values to make a real difference. And you carry with you the strength of this place, this university, your university, that will always be behind you. We will continue to strive for excellence, to lead with purpose, so that the degree that you hold remains a symbol of the very highest standards. You will also shortly become part of a global network of alumni, almost 200,000 strong and reaching 180 countries across the world. Exeter alumni are change makers, innovators, and leaders, and today you join their ranks. And my final message to you is that you are the mission of our university embodied, living proof that our mission changes not only the lives of individuals, but also the trajectories of the communities that you will join, serve, and lead. So congratulations, you've earned every moment of this celebration. Hold your heads high, take pride in how far you've come, and feel excited for where you'll go next. Your future is as bold and as brilliant as you dare to make it. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Helen Berry and I am a Professor of History and a Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences. I want to start with a heartfelt congratulations to every single one of our students graduating today. All of us who have taught you know the many challenges you have overcome to be here. You've worked so hard. You've looked out for one another. You've learned a lot about literatures, cultures, societies, peoples, languages. You know that the archaeological traces and historical records are not just about the past. They shape and create the living present and the future. You've also been learning about yourself, who you are, and what you can achieve when you move out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself in new ways. You are graduating with a degree from one of the top 100 universities in the world for arts and humanities, a fact of which you can be fiercely proud. You leave Exeter having successfully embraced technological innovation, but also with a deep appreciation of what it means to be human, what it means to have creativity and empathy, qualities which are enduring and sorely needed in this rapidly changing world. You have honed your skills of communication and persuasion, analysis and critique, with intercultural awareness and an appreciation of difference. Your degree has been fun. At least I hope it's been fun. But this is just the beginning. As Malala Yousafzai said, when the world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful. Today, the world awaits your voice. Today, as you go out into the world, the question is, what difference will you make? We will watch your future progress with interest and amazement. We are immensely proud of you, and we, your lifelong Exeter family, wish you the very best of luck. I now call upon Professor Vika Plock to present the cohort of candidates for awards.
Chancellor, by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following who have been deemed worthy to receive degrees of the university. In the Faculty of Humanities, Arts and Social Sciences, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Creative Writing, Kim Boer. In English, Ashwaq Al-Tubaiti. Journey Cotton. Fiona Schroeder. Fatima Ali Shubali. Peter Bryden. Rebecca Johnston. For the degree of Master of Arts by Research, Margaret Webb. For the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Vinnie Look. Maya Yamone. In English Literary Studies, Sheba Babu. Manon Martini. In Publishing, Chris Edwards. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English, William Addison. Emma K. Alfreds. Ruby Allen. Ellie Baker. Harriet Ball. Georgie Barker. Gwen Barr. Jude Betfords. Evie Bensley. Emily Bitston. Sophie Bishop. Jim Borland. Fern Boston. Rosie Braits. Eleanor Brazier. Josie Bristow. Ellie Brooks. Kaya Bushaba. Zao Burney. Charlotte Burton. Owen Callan. Grace Campbell. Jennifer Carter. Emma Cassell. Lucy Clark. William Cotwington. Elizabeth Cody. Izzy Cross. Joeli Cutton. Hannah Davis. Adriana de Almeida Oliveira. Kate Devlin. Hannah Ellis. Amelia English. Lucy Facer. Kate Fainan. Lucy Franklin. Lee Freeman. Joseph Gillett. Muskan Gupta. Emily Hamblin. Ellie Hankey. Max Hull. Sophie Jane Harrison. Elizabeth Howard. Sasha Hawksworth. Emilia Hayworth. Amelia Heasley. Darcy Holland. Paige Hopkins. Arthur Horsey. Renee Horwitz. Eleanor Ingram Medina. Alexandra Jones. Catherine Jones. Katya Jones. Emma Kennedy. Oliver Key. Jessica Larkman. Chloe Lee. Connor Medeva. Charles McCormick. Emily Middleton. Will Millichip. Georgia Moulton. Erin Morgan. Caitlin Morley. Tom Morris. Libby Mott. Kerry Myers. Josie Naramore. James Nelson. Connie Newstead. Amy Newton. Phoebe Norman. Millie O'Driscoll. Niall O'Mara. Jamie Osman. Holly Pankhurst. Ethne Parmore. Bonwin Payne. Theodora Pagnon. Rosie Peters MacDonald. Sophie Petilio. Sarah Platz. Caitlin Popple. Laurelie Roberts. Eleanor Rogers. Kizzy Rawlings. Sarah Rowe. Tom Ryan. Alice Samuels. Savannah Sands. Yo Sapung. Luke Saunders. Anushka Savage. Evie Savage. Imogen Shackleton. Lily Smith. Freddie Spence. Harriet Stone. Brooke Taylor. Holly Teasdale. Emily Thackeray. Esme Tomset. Elizabeth Turner. Evie Turner. Marlo Turner. Nancy Vincent. Jeannie Wadsworth. Charlotte Alice Walker. Maddie Womby. Samson Weller. Freddie White. Daisy White. Liz Wilcox. Isabel Williams. Thomas Williams. In English and Communication, Amber Bragg. Mia Burns. Lily Clark. Hannah Clark. Olivia Denon Parker. Ada Ferry de Villa. Jessica Harkup. Bethany Hyatt. Anais Lewis. Rosie Lynch. Layla McGrory. Katie Matthews. Video Pal. Roshni Vimula Amanda. Charles Williamson. Karis Woodhead. In English and Communication with Employment Experience, Zoe Dibble. Grace Ewing. Madeline Wynn. In English and Creative Writing, Amber Anderson. Martha Bowen. Isabel Bryant. Artemis Bush. Raina Coppleston. Sophie Cox. Vicky Cox. Judy Dott. Lauren Grant. Lottie Horn. Livy Hughes. Amelia Jones. Chelsea Marie Jones. Ella Marston. Mercury Meadows Cockworth. Tulakari Vashna Medida. Himanji K.M. Nair. Lucy Parson. Rosanna Partridge. Ellie Peach. Kaylee Swart. Chloe Thomas. Tabitha Wilkin Cortez. Carlota Zamora Gonzalez. In English and Creative Writing with Employment Experience, Ben Street. In English and Creative Writing with Study Abroad, Megan Hill. John T. Jack Nelrees. In English and Drama, Maya Carter Oakley. Finn Ellison. Josh Franklin. Tate Giller. Anna Goldie. Becca Graham. Millie Hughes. Lucy Annabel Kirkby. Susanna Klein. Zoe Patricia Macefield. Matilda Moores. Helen Seymour. Toby Simmons. Sepp Tupp. Gemma Veal. In English and Drama with Employment Experience, Elise Kexon. In English and Film and Television Studies, Amelia Bryan. Amy Cuddick. Christina Chapman. Isabella Clarkson. Annie Doody. Alice Garland. Rosie Henman. Samuel Hill. Erin Keegan. Lauren Lamont. Bella McCluskey. Lily Mae Mills. Carenza Mungles. Diamond Paris. Lisette Reed. Eleanor Robinson. Emily Sweetman. Abby Tate. Alex Tufnell. Clementine Wilson. In English and Film and Television Studies with Employment Experience, Vaishnavi Rajesh. In English and Film and Television Studies with Study Abroad, Rachel Cunningham. Charlie Huckabee. Catherine Louise Emily Ostroki. Ruby Stillman. In English and History, Olivia Farrell. In English and History Study Abroad, Jasmine Payne. In English and Philosophy, Isabel Murphy. In English and Theology, Isabella van der Putten. In English with Accounting and UK Work Experience, Emily Ellen Honoran. In English with Employment Experience, Harry Bratley. Millie Huckins. Imogen Lewis. Hannah Tavakulyazadeh. In English with Politics, Rose Lilliot. In English with Study Abroad, Tia Jade Alexander. Ellie Baker. Odette Bolton. Tori Bradley. Eleanor Glasspool. Lucy Carr. Lois Lindsay. Mona McKinley McLeod. Imogen Perry. Eleanor Petheram. Juliana Roberts. Holly Rowlandson. Violet Moore-Witz. In English for Study North America, Charlotte Bowman. Lily Govender. Beatrix Horn. Florence Sargent. Connie Smith. Molly Thornton.
I now call upon our orator, Professor Stuart Brocklehurst, to present the honorary graduand.
Dr. Caroline Lucas. Long before her 14 years as, at the time, the only Green Party MP in Parliament, Dr. Caroline Lucas gained her first inspiration and experience of campaigning whilst a student here in Exeter. This was a time when the prospect of world-ending nuclear war was very tangible, expressed in popular culture, through films such as Threads, The Day After, and the animated classic Where the Wind Blows, and rather alarmingly brought to life in 1984 when a joke line by the then US president, "We start bombing in 5 minutes," was accidentally broadcast live. Caroline was moved by this into action, firstly volunteering at the Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament shop here in Exeter, then attending CND rallies and making visits to the Molesworth Peace Camp and the Greenham Common Women's Peace Camp. This led on to work with Oxfam, and inspired by the work of another Exeter University honorand, Jonathan Porritt, the Green Party. She won the party's second council seat on Oxfordshire County Council in 1993 and entered the European Parliament as MEP for South East England in 1999, the first of 3 successful European elections for her. Having served as co-chair of the Green Party in 1989 and twice as female principal speaker, in 2008 she won election as the party's first ever leader with an incredible 92% of the membership vote. She held that role until standing down in 2012, returning to hold it jointly with Jonathan Bartley from 2016 to 2018. Caroline became the most widely known representative of the Green Party, and perhaps more widely, of the worldview it embodies. As she commented, "People don't really relate to abstract ideas. They relate more to the people who embody them." In 2010, she became the Green Party's first MP and the first woman to represent Brighton in Parliament, in the first of 4 Westminster election victories. Caroline originally came to this university to study English literature, to her father's horror, and loved it so much that she returned for her PhD on writing for women in Renaissance literature, or as she puts it, Elizabethan Mills and Boon. Contrary to that parental assumption, she appreciated the practical value of studying literature, its transformative impact in enabling consideration of existential issues. She has since commented, "I think if more of our politicians knew fiction and poetry, we would have better politics." Caroline has travelled far through life, yet remained constant throughout. When 2 weeks ago she took to the Pyramid stage in front of a vast Glastonbury crowd, it was to speak on behalf of CND, in whose Exeter shop she had first volunteered over 40 years ago. Inspirational and invigorating, considered and consistent. Chancellor, it is my great honour to present Dr. Caroline Lucas for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Caroline Lucas, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
I now invite our honorary graduate, Caroline Lucas, to address the congregation.
Thank you so very much. Chancellor, it is a huge privilege to be awarded this honorary doctorate by the University of Exeter, and I am truly grateful. And reflecting on this moment, I was struck by just how much has changed since I received my first degree in English literature in this great hall over 40 years ago. It was before social media, obviously, it was before the internet. And crucially, it was also before we recognized just how fragile our planet really is. It was before we understood just how much damage an economic system can actually do when it prioritizes resource extraction and profit above nature protection and human well-being. The first Earth Summit was still 9 years away. The first of the UN Global Climate Conferences was 12 years away. But today, 40 years on, the evidence is overwhelming. We are living through the beginning of a mass extinction, and our climate is breaking down. And in that context, young people sometimes ask me what they should do, how they should best respond, and perhaps some in the hall today are having similar thoughts. So I just wanted to share 3 brief reflections about what the study of literature has taught me about how to navigate these challenging times. And I think the first thing it's taught me is the power and importance of the imagination. I think in so many ways, political failure can be seen as a failure of imagination. Unless we can imagine a greener, fairer world, I think we'll struggle to achieve it. A world where all of us can thrive, alongside all the extraordinary species with whom we're so privileged to share this one precious planet. A world where the wildness of the natural world is protected and restored and celebrated and loved. In the words of one of my favorite poets, Gerard Manley Hopkins, "What would the world be once bereft of wet and of wildness? Let them be left, oh let them be left, wildness and wet. Long live the weeds and the wilderness yet." So my message would be, in amongst all of the work that you do and the busyness, the campaigning, the lobbying, make time to feed your imagination. And second, I think literature has taught me not to be afraid to embrace complexity. I think my favorite words in the whole of Shakespeare are from King Lear, when the Earl of Gloucester says to Edgar, "And that's true too." You know, the siren voices of right-wing populists would have us believe that there are simple, binary answers to the multiple complex crises we face today. And it seems that they are unable to understand that several things can be true at the same time. And that's true too. 4 little words that I believe could work wonders in helping to diffuse the polarization and intolerance that too often scars today's political discourse. And finally, I think literature has taught me to nurture hope. Hope that a fairer, greener future is possible, based on a conviction that what we do really matters. It makes a real difference. I'm not talking about the kind of hope that's little more than a gamble on something that might happen, like sitting on your sofa clutching a lottery ticket. I'm talking about the kind of hope that gifts us a profound sense of purpose. The kind of hope that the US writer Rebecca Solnit describes as strong enough to propel you off the sofa, out of your house, and in her words, is an axe to break down doors with in an emergency. Because, as she says, to hope is to give yourself to the future, and that commitment to the future is what makes the present inhabitable. So making the present inhabitable right now means urgently tackling the accelerating climate and nature crises. And our challenge is not simply to accomplish as much as possible. I think it is rather to expand the very limits, the very definition of what is possible, so we can accomplish what is scientifically necessary, not just what is politically convenient. And that means cultivating hope. It means building tomorrow today on our actions, and in so doing, accelerating the better future that we know is out there. As the Booker Prize-winning novelist Arundhati Roy reminds us, another world is not only possible, she is on her way, and on a quiet day, I can hear her breathing. I hope everyone receiving an award today has the best possible opportunity to help create that other world. And so I would like to end by thanking you again for the honor of this degree, by congratulating everyone who is collecting awards at this time, and by expressing my very, very best wishes for the future success of everyone associated with this wonderful University of Exeter. Thank you.
I now call upon Professor Vika Plock to present the second cohort of candidates.
Chancellor, by the authority of Senate, I present to you the following who have been deemed worthy to receive degrees of the university. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts, Ancient History, Anna Walters. In Liberal Arts Anthropology, Mary Peabody. In Liberal Arts, Art History and Visual Culture, Sasha Erward. Imogen Gerton. Jemima Lendale. Jemima Lodge. In Liberal Arts, Art History and Visual Culture with Study Abroad, Aisling Goodenough. In Liberal Arts and Classical Studies, Will Geyer. Jade Pither. In Liberal Arts Communications, Matti Gazart. Lucian Harford. Flora Rannicles. Lucy Tipping. In liberal arts with criminology, Mackenzie Coates. In liberal arts, criminology with employment experience abroad, Florence Howard. In liberal arts with digital humanities, Natasha Murren. In liberal arts with drama, Sophie Deville. Elizabeth James. Krishna Kamar. Lilu Marchadier. Sabella Swain. In liberal arts with English, Alicia Beckett. Carla Brennan del Castillo. Talia Bunting. Clara Dietl. Alicia Drew. Millie Hartland. Annabelle Hockman. Olivia Kennedy. Chloe Van Beneden. In liberal arts, English with employment experience, Madeline Camp. In liberal arts, English with study abroad, Dougal Deasley. Samuel Stewart. In liberal arts with film and television studies, Isabel Kine. Zara Camp. In liberal arts, French with employment experience abroad, Holly Jessica Phillips. Ellie Vieira. In liberal arts with geography, Amy Almeida. Jemima Holmes. Emilia Jenkins. In liberal arts with history, Mary Bridgman. Edward Calder. Hugo Clark. Alex Flint. Finn Greenfield. Kara Griffiths. Harriet Knowles. Felix Lindsay Gordon. Rupert Parsons. Lucy Phillips. William Tyler. Grace Walker. In liberal arts, international relations, Max Oliver Maitland Moore. In liberal arts with management and marketing, Charlotte Phillips. In liberal arts, management and marketing with employment experience, Caitlin Mears. In liberal arts, management and marketing with employment experience abroad, Maddie Wakefield. In liberal arts, philosophy, Sam Files. Poppy Hayward Hill. Alex Hunt. In liberal arts, philosophy with employment experience abroad, Lily McIntyre Brown. In liberal arts, philosophy with study abroad, Juliet Smorich. In liberal arts politics, Molly Eyre. Alice Churchill. Jessica Harper. In liberal arts, sociology, Elisa Buckle. And Alice Riley.
Of course, not everyone could be with us in person today, so I also admit to degrees those who have requested conferment today in absentia. Please, could you give all of our new graduates a big round of applause?
I now call upon Thomas Tran of the Students' Guild to give the student vote of thanks.
Hello, class of 2025. I'm really happy to be here because you all are my favorite people. But don't tell anyone else I said that. I received my degree in English and creative writing last year, so I feel real kinship. You, for the past few years, have been proving to others that you have what it takes to constantly expand your perception of the world and to be able to communicate that, why something matters, why you matter, why people matter. What I'm finding after a year has passed is that it does get harder. Instead of proving it to others, you now have to continually prove it to yourself every day. Your ideas, passions, what moves you. The world has suddenly stopped asking you the questions, and now it's time for you to ask questions of the world. How do you live in a way that's authentic? The reality of uncertain times comes with acting mercenarily, job hopping, and selling your skills. I want to reassure you that what you do right after this does not define what you do for the rest of your life. If you stay open yet uncompromising in your self-belief and your ideals. There are ongoing issues in the world, but from your time here, you have the skills to deeply examine and question value systems. I believe that one of the most radical things that you can do is to live a life you find most fulfilling, centering on what you value rather than what others around you value. This isn't the Western idea of fulfillment, of achieving a base level of consumption. In reality, you'll find that true fulfillment starts with asking the questions, what do I want to give to others, and what sort of community do I wish to live in? What you do to get there, charting your own path, can make the world a better place by creating communities where everyone feels safe to live authentically, where equity and equality of opportunity exists. That's how you prove it to yourself that what you're doing is something that matters, that what you're going towards is worth it. Do not let others' ideas of potential define what yours is. You will never be happy by having what everyone else wants, if that's not your true desire. Miserable people are seldom generous people, and it is hard not to be miserable if you're not giving to the world what is yours uniquely to give. As Jim Carrey has said, you can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well take a chance on doing what you love. I share all this because it's taken me a year to learn, so you're welcome, I guess. But for now, though, today is a day of celebration. Keep hold of all the times you felt that getting here was impossible. It's a testament that you've made perseverance a part of your muscle memory, that you can do whatever comes next. Thank you all to the mentors, friends, family, and loved ones that are here today or are smiling from afar. We can only ever reach as high as the shoulders we stand on. Take care, be well, and make some nice memories today. Thank you.
thank you, Thomas, for that great speech and for being one of our fabulous student leaders this year. Huge thanks. And so, to our brand new University of Exeter graduates, huge congratulations. Today is a landmark in your life, and we are so very proud of you. Your achievements are immense, and they speak to your brilliance, resilience, and determination. You are now part of the University of Exeter family, always. No matter where life takes you, you will carry this place with you, and we will always welcome you back with pride and open arms. If you ever doubt yourself in the years ahead, remember this moment. Remember what you've achieved here. You've already proven that you are smart, capable, and more than ready to take on the world. Thank you for the energy, ideas, and spirit that you've brought to our university. You've helped write our story, and your chapter will remain part of our legacy forever. I hope you go away with a real sense of pride and many fond memories of your time here. As you move forward, stay proud of who you are, stay curious, stay kind, and please stay in touch. You are Exeter alumni now, and Exeter is for life. Of course, significant achievements are rarely made by individuals in isolation, but by people working together, and so it is with a university degree. Those who support you may have given you courage when you were facing fears, helped you recover from a setback, or paid the bills while you were studying. So it's right to take a moment to recognise the incredible people who helped you get here. So could I ask all of our graduates to please stand? And now I'd like to show your family, your friends, your supporters, and indeed the staff of the university, those who lifted you up, who cheered you on, who believed in you even when you didn't. Let them hear your heartfelt thanks with a very big round of applause for them. Thank you, and I hope you all felt that. And now, may I ask the congregation to please rise and give one final thunderous round of applause, and maybe even a cheer, to celebrate our exceptional new graduates. Thank you. As the first ceremony of this summer, I think you've set the bar high for the rest this week with that. So, well done again, everyone. Well done, graduates. Go forward with pride, with confidence, and with joy, especially today. Enjoy your celebrations. And now I formally declare this congregation closed. Thank you.